So an angle is formed by two rays. There's one ray and another ray, and it puts together and make an angle. If I want to talk about what angle that is over there, there's three different ways I can talk about the angle. Okay? There's a number that's inside the angle. That's one way. That's angle 1. All right? Another way is by the vertex. The vertex is the number that's right at the center of the angle. Okay? When we talk about the vertex, the only time you can talk about the vertex is if there's no other angles around it. Okay? Look at this ABC thing right up here. Is there any other angles up there besides angle 1? No. Because of that, I can say the vertex and say angle B. When you look down here at this other figure, you see how there's all these angles here in the middle? I can't label any of them as S because S goes to all these angles. Okay? I can only do it up there because there's only one angle. All right? 3 points is another way you can do it. When you do 3 points, you have to put the vertex in the middle. Okay? So B has to be in the middle, and then you just pick other 2 points that are on it. So ABC would be one way to write it, or you could write it as CBA. Okay? Any questions? All right, look at the thing at the bottom. It says write angle 1 a different way. All right? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight angle 1 so we can actually see what angle 1 is. All right, there's angle 1. Anybody want to volunteer to tell me a different way to say it? Look at the 3 points that are on the angle, the letters. So if you name those 3 letters, that would be a different way to say it as long as you put the vertex in the middle. QST. Can you say angle S? Can't say angle S. There's too many angles there to know what angle S is. Okay? Next, it says name RSQ a different way. Okay? Well, I'm going to highlight RSQ so we can see what it is. Start with R, go to S, go to Q. RSQ. Oh, that's the angle. And it's the letter in the middle that you talk about it. Okay? So what letter is in the middle? 4. I said letter. Number. What number's in the middle? 4. So angle 4. When it says to write it a different way, if it's in letters, I want you to write numbers. If it's numbers, I want you to write letters. Okay? Questions about that? Okay? Then it says name the sides of angle 3. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight angle 3. So here's 3. So it's the things like right around it. So there's 2 of the sides that's around angle 3. Does that make sense? Okay, when you say a side, you do it with 2 letters. Okay? So tell me one of the sides of angle 3. It's a side, so it's just RS. And you put it like a little line over it. Okay? You could say SR or you could say RS. That's fine. A side is 2 letters. Okay? What's the other side? SU? Or you could say US for us. Okay, I know the problem doesn't ask this, but I want you to think about angle 2. And I'm going to put it over, I'm just going to kind of write it out here to the side. I want to figure out another way to write angle 2. I'm going to give you a second to see if you can figure it out, and then we'll talk about it. So angle 2, I want to figure out another way to write angle 2. So you're going to say the 3 letters that's on that highlighted part. Remember, the one in the middle goes in the middle. So what could you say?
TSU.
TSU would work. You could also say UST. All right. I'm going to come up with RSU, and I want another way to say RSU. I'm not going to highlight it so I can see if you can figure out where RSU is. Remember, start with R, go to S, and go to U. And remember, it's the number that's in the middle of that angle. So what number do you think it is?
3.
I heard 3. Very, very good. Okay, last thing. Let's talk about the sides of angle 4. So the sides of angle 4. There's angle 4. I highlighted it. Tell me one of the sides. How about RS? What would another side be? QS. Remember, for the sides, it's just 2 points because it's a line, and you're just trying to write down a line. Okay. Last thing, we didn't fill this out earlier when we were taking notes, but I'll just fill those words in right there. If a pair of parallel lines are cut by a transversal, all 4 acute angles are congruent, and all 4 obtuse angles are congruent. The sum of the acute angle and the obtuse angle is 180. We sort of talked about that, but just wanted to make sure you have those filled in.